Washington is launching a $12 billion U.S. critical mineral stockpile. The plan here is to help redirect major U.S. investment or major investment in critical minerals towards the USA specifically. But it could benefit North American producers generally. What does it mean for Canada? We are joined by Eric Desaulniers, CEO of Nouveau Monde Graphite. Eric, thanks very much for joining us. Before we talk about Nouveau Monde, but tell us, what do we know about this stockpile? For example, will it include graphite?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Andy. So it's a very great news we learned yesterday. Obviously, having a $12 billion customer adding up in the U.S. is quite attractive. We knew something was about to be announced in the U.S. We didn't know exactly what, but we believe it's a very smart move from the U.S. administration to make sure they build this stockpile. It only means critical minerals are at the center of national security. About defense readiness so we need to have our own sovereignty for industrial purposes, not only defense. So this is really what we learned yesterday. It's not a stockpile ready for defense. It's more for civilian application as well. So this is quite exciting to see this unfolding, considering our positioning in the G7 countries. Yeah.
Do you know for a fact whether it'll be in the new graphite itself will be one of the minerals in this stockpile?
Yeah, it wasn't specified yesterday, but it's obvious it will be. Like U.S. are importing 100% of their graphite demand. It's at the center of not only the battery market that we know very well. We are a supplier to Panasonic Energy in the U.S., but also a lot of defense contractor for very niche application needs the graphite. So not only in the concentrate form, but in transform form as well. So quite exciting to see what will unfold, but we're quite confident graphite will be part of it because it's really a priority for the government of U.S.
It's interesting. Apparently, the University of Michigan and Ford Motor Company looked into this question of whether America could mine enough graphite for its needs. And it could, but it's going to be complicated. I guess the processing is a major factor.
Yeah, it's all about having the right geology to have the right cost point to start with. We have a low-cost deposit where we can produce at about $420 US per ton, a ton of concentrate. The equivalent in the US is not seen. Their deposits are difficult to mine, or either remote or metallurgy are difficult. And then you pointed out, it's the transformation. So you need to have low-cost electricity. We do have that. So we have all the chemicals, all the industrial complex nearby the deposit to transform it in active anode material. So for us, we're really well positioned to be the lowest cost producer and the largest operator of this active anode material in the G7 countries.
So just remind us, where is your deposit and where are you in terms of production?
So we are located, the mine itself was named last fall a project of national interest in Canada. The Canadian government do have an offtake as well, alongside an investment and a commitment for the debt as well. We're 2 hours north of Montreal, so that's where the mine is located. And we are scheduled now, should we do the final investment decision as expected in the first half of this year, we will be producing full-scale capacity second half of 2028. And then a quarter of the production is already planned to go in Bécancour. That's an industrial complex between Montreal and Quebec City to deliver the contract for Panasonic Energy, they have made 100% commitment for the production in Bécancour for the next 7 years. So that's and an investor in the project and in the company as well.
And then you've got another project nearby at Matawini, which will be a mine and a concentrator?
Yeah, exactly. That's the project 2 hours north of Montreal. That's the Matawini mine. This one, like we obtained all permits in 2021. We have all the IBAs with the First Nation. The community is on board. We have already allowing about over 50% of all the contracts to build the project. We're really advanced on this project, so you should hear more in the near future about the official launch of construction, hopefully.
So your market cap, according to Bloomberg, about $388 million. Now, the stock topped briefly $6 in October. It's since dropped to about $240. Why is it down from October? I mean, I know it was like a sharp run up. What caused that spike?
There was a bit of volatility caused by mainly a lot of interest coming from the U.S. for critical minerals. So there's good days, bad days when stock is so volatile and attractive. But I think now it's back to a very interesting entry point for long only investor who want to really take advantage of the most ready project into this critical mineral that is obviously essential for our economy.
And can you give me a rough idea of how, we're looking at the stock here, thanks control room. Can you give me a rough idea of how much money you'll have to raise for the projects you have in hand now?
Yeah, the capex for the Matawini mine is $421 million, based on the last feasibility study we filed in November last year. So very current, very recent. And as I've mentioned, we have aligned half of the capex contracts already, so pretty confident on this. And for the active anode material plant, we have found a brownfield facility to accelerate the schedule, reduce capex intensity, and we're trending around $213 million US to deliver the Panasonic contract. So very optimized version of what we had previously. Obviously, greenfield project are always come with their risks. So now having a brownfield facility to deliver this active anode material plant as fast as possible with lowest cost of construction possible was a very, very interesting for us and our shareholder.
Thank you very much, Eric. I really appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thanks,
Eric Desaulniers is CEO of Nouveau Monde Graphite.